Welcome to Miracle Network's Wednesday meditation. I'm so glad we're all here together. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to click the subscribe button below to receive updates and notifications. Today we're joined by Andreas Prohl, who will lead us in meditation, and then we have 20 minutes of silence. After that, we open it up for sharing, and we end at 10:45. Over to you, Andreas.
Thank you so much, Dan. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for sharing this moment together. I want to share something with you that we're currently looking at in our festival preparations here in Germany. And uh, it's an old grievance. Let's call it an old grievance. There are teachers and there are students. Oh my God, what a terrible situation. And aren't we all equal? And yes, we are. And Jesus gives us a new understanding of being a student and a teacher at the same time. I'm teaching all the time. Everyone is teaching all the time. And what are we teaching? Jesus is very clear that there's only two thought systems to choose from, and that there's no middle ground between those two. So either I'm teaching myself, uh, I'm a body, I'm separate from you, my grievances are justified, and I'm suffering because there's an outside world. So that's one choice. And the other choice is I can listen to a voice that leads me out of that thought system. There's a thought system that allows me to change my mind about everything and everyone, everything I believe is true. And in that, I'm as well a teacher as a student because I am, it's quite incredible that we cannot change who we are. I cannot change what kind of mind I am employing. I'm employing the mind of God in every moment. The question is just for what kind of thought system do I use it? How do I employ my mind? Is it a natural way of employing my mind? Am I aligning my mind with truth? Or am I insisting on my story and on being right? Am I indulging in fantasies, or do I go one step beyond it into the dissolution of my own image making? And the problem in that is that I do not see myself as the image maker. It seems as if those images are just there, those thoughts just come, and I am those thoughts. Whatever I'm thinking right now just seems to be there, and therefore it seems to be truth. But here we become really still and uh, accept that we have a role in this moment. We have an important role to fulfill on which all the rest is based. So we in the meditation make a conscious choice to be teacher and student alike, because with the mind that we have, we're teaching the entire universe in every single moment what we believe we are. And therefore, we get the reflections of what we teach. I didn't become very happy with the way that I taught myself. I became quite desperate, and I assume you too. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. My own teaching didn't fulfill me. It made me quite desperate. And so I'm very happy and grateful that we can make a new decision in every moment, no matter what shows up in our mind. So I would like to invite you in this meditation to come to that inner stillness where you're listening to the voice of God and learn what it has to teach you. And in that learning, you're teaching all the universe that you are the Son of God, that hasn't changed. And everyone is free with you because we're one. Thank you so much.
open your eyes and come back into the room. We have 17 minutes left for sharing your reflections and your questions. If you'd like to share, raise your hand and I'll invite you to take yourself off mute. Who would like to share? Teresa.
Hello, Andreas. Nice to see you again. Yeah, I feel very peaceful. The whole meditation, I feel so relaxed, so I can hardly get my mouth to work. but but thoughts did come in when you were in your during your introduction, and I can really feel the difference between the two minds and the two thought systems. It was good to be reminded of that. I went to the words that are coming to my mind lately is I went to bed last night and my mind was whirling. It's like whirl, 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 and there must be something good in here. There must be something I must hold on to. It's trying to tell me something. Now I know there's a lesson that talks about the ego, thinking it's going to find something. And then luckily I remembered it popped into my head. The review lessons at the moment, which is my mind holds only what I think with God. And in that moment of remembering, the whirling stopped. So that was wonderful. And the other thing I've noticed, another word that's popped into my mind is meandering. And the Course talks about, I think it uses that word as well, but it does talk about the ego trying to sniff around and find something. And that's exactly what I feel when I think about my thoughts. It's sniffing about. What can it find now to worry about? So in my writing this morning, I wrote all the things that were, just get it out there. So I wrote everything that was very important to my ego. And then the quietness came in, the quiet center came in, and just assured me that the only important thing amongst all of this is love. And then it became very clear which direction I should go in. So it was good to hear you talk about that this morning because it's quite relevant to where my mind has been. So thank you very much.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for sharing. That's beautiful. Yeah, I think in the end, it's not rocket science. It's just a decision and dedication or being determined. Sometimes it just takes real willingness, and Jesus uses also very strong words. Like if something upsets you, rip it out. It's not like I gently ask the ego if the ego wants to let it go or not. It's like rip it out. It's like, you don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. So he's quite, yeah, as always, quite clear in his message, and um, it's up to us to make use of it. And I see that he's channeling our mind energy or the effort that we use for all sorts of thoughts to bring it down to the only relevant thought and to change our mind and see that everything is already given. It just needs this clarification in us and enter into a holy instant of forgiveness, of joining, and of unlearning fear, being undone. And it's not always comfortable necessarily. It may hurt to let go of fear. It's a strange thing, but it's painful to let go of fear, or it appears to be painful. Funny thing. Thank you.
Norman?
Yes, thank you very much, Andrea. I've just come back from a holiday in Scotland, which I enjoyed quite well. When I went to Scotland, first of all, I usually went lonesome, if you like. I like to go through the old pine forests and walk beside the rivers and through the heather, and I just couldn't understand why I found that satisfying. But one of the teachers said, well, Norman, trees don't judge, heathers don't judge, water doesn't judge. And I thought, oh, that makes an awful lot of sense. But this time when I was over in Scotland, I engaged more with people and I had a lovely time. And on the way back on the boat, I was talking to a chap from south of Ireland, from Kildare, and he had a very soft Irish voice. And I was having difficulty listening to him, but he asked me what I did, and I told him I was retired, and he told me he fixed people's roofs. And just at that instant, I found myself judging him. I said, because if the gypsies come around now, they've all got this very soft-spoken voice, and they said, "Oh, I'll fix this for you, sir. And I'll do this for you, sir." All they want is your money, and they make a mess of most things. And then I was just doing in that time of, just thinking here. I was interrupted a couple of times, but it couldn't take away from the idea that this time when I was in Scotland, I didn't judge anybody. I just took them at face value until I met this chap on the boat on the way home. And I realised then, I've stumped him as being a modern day gypsy, and all the feelings I had about the gypsy types. And then I realised, that's why I enjoyed myself so much. I didn't judge anybody except for that one poor chap I met in the boat. But even then, we left on good terms because I realised what I'd been doing. So thank you very much indeed, because it's a big relief to know not to ever to do it again. Just accept people the way they are. So thank you very, very much. It's better talking to people than trees.
Oh, thank you, Norman. That's beautiful. Yeah, our saviors show up, right? They show us the points where a new door opens, a new door of learning opens, and forgiveness opens. I think we all of us like to think of ourselves as done. I'm done. I'm pretty done with forgiveness. I know it all. I've forgiven everyone, and I'm good with the Course in Miracles. And I'm relatively at peace, so I'm good. And then someone like that shows up and shows me, no, I'm not good at all. I'm judging. I'm in I'm in attack mode. And I have to look a bit deeper here and become more honest than I was with myself before. And it's surprising, but also divinely orchestrated, because, it just says we're not getting off the hook until we're really done. Jesus will take care of us until we really learned the lesson completely. So thank you for sharing that. I have similar experiences, Norman. So I'm going through similar processes, of course, and it's good to laugh. It's good to laugh about it. It's like, oh my God, I thought I take myself serious with my achievements with forgiveness, and here we go again. Let's start from scratch.
Who'd like to share? Linda, take yourself off mute.
Yes. Right. Whatever comes out is going to come out. Okay. For quite a little while now, for the last few months, I've had my son, my youngest son, living with me. He's got chronic mental health issues, and he blames me for everything. And I've been able to let it all go to start with, keep quiet and silent. And then recently, I have had a few meltdowns. Now, if anyone knows me, I'm like this, placid, very calm. And then this son triggered me, and I was swearing, and I had a tin of biscuits, I banged them down, and then they all broke into little bits. And I did calm down, and I could feel a release, a complete, oh. And what this is about three, I have had about three meltdowns in the same anger and rage, and each time I have felt this peace come over me, and I have given thanks and gratitude for whoever's triggered me. I'm seeing myself in them, and they have given me this opportunity to whatever I've hidden from years and years since I've been little to come out and release. I've seen it, and I'm giving thanks for it. I'm being grateful that I've been given this opportunity at nearly 79 before I pop my clogs, that I've been given this opportunity to see what I've hidden and how I've kept all the anger in. So, I've had loads of things come up all the time. I had a phone call in the meditation on landline, ignored it. Then it was on my mobile, and it was about my hearing aids. They want me in tomorrow. So I had to find my diary. Things like that, always coming up. And then I'm thinking, yes, just let it all go. So I'm really grateful that I've been able to share that this nice Linda has had, and still has probably, all this hidden stuff that the ego is bringing up, and I'm being allowed to bring it all up to get rid of it. I'm so grateful for it. I know it sounds really, if you'd have seen me, if someone had seen me, they would have never believed it was me, but it was. I am so grateful for people showing me what I've got hidden. So I've got tons of stuff going on, loads of things all come together at the same time. So thank you for letting me share that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's so great to see that we can just let ourselves be, and that there's no judgment. I don't need to control myself. Like there's no, I'm not dangerous. I'm not dangerous. I'm not in danger, and I'm not dangerous. So it comes out as it comes out, and thank you. I'm still innocent.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you for sharing.
Thank you for letting me share this with everyone, because it's big for me. It's big.
Evelyn, take yourself off mute.
Thank you. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Andreas. Linda, I very much resonate with everything you've just been saying. And I've been studying the course for years. I wouldn't want to say how long, but I realize, I'm not really getting anywhere because there's nowhere to go. But it seems like it's always repeating the same things, move forward, and there's nowhere to go. We're already in the mind of God. And I think, oh, for goodness sake, I'm a little bit crazy. So I think, well, that's all right. That's okay. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Thank you for the course. I'm so grateful for the course, and for these lovely groups that you run, Teresa and Dan, and all the team, James and Sharon and all the team. Thank you. And thank you to everyone. Bless you.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to give my gratitude as well. Thank you for providing a space like this to come together and to remember. Of course, everything is given all the time and so on and so forth. But do I remember? I need settings like this to remember and to speed up my forgiveness process and to remember. So yeah, thank you for being so consistent in that and providing spaces like that. So valuable, like what else shall we do? What else do we want to spend our time with? Having the 10th coffee this morning or going to a meditation, maybe it makes sense to join minds. The 2 or 3 are gathered, there I am. So thank you, Jesus, for being present with us.
Who'd like to share? We have room for one more. Sue.
Thank you. Thank you for that introduction, Andreas. I found it really helpful.
Excuse me, Sue, could you turn your volume up? It's a bit.
I can get a bit closer to the microphone and
That's
speak
better.
louder. We've got a bit of a problem with this laptop sometimes. I found your introduction really helpful, that the one thought system is separation and competition and all those ego things. But the alternative to that is being led out. It's not, here is the other thought system. It's, I'm leading you back to the awareness that you never separated. And taking that as my starting point, I felt that I was being shown this morning that when I do think with the ego and I think separate, I'm not only deepening that in myself, but I'm actually offering separation and all the pain that comes with separation to everybody. And it was like, wow, I'm perpetuating this thought system and teaching it to everybody that I come into contact with when I don't listen and ask for the guidance. And that was a big eye-opening.
Yeah, wonderful. And that might take a moment, to realize or to accept that. But, that switch that we make then, this little willingness that we offer, that makes all the difference. Thank you for that. That's wisdom right there.
Okay, we've come to the end of our time together. Andreas, thank you for leading us in meditation. That was wonderful. And thank you all for being here and sharing this time together. It's lovely.
You.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Andreas.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
you, Andreas.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well.